Geelong 1 is our community-owned solar project, our first one. It's actually a Victorian first, and we're now fully subscribed, having raised $150,000 in 7 days. Which we're just so pleased with. Our target was to have 20 community investors participate in the project, and for each of them to invest $7,500 each. We're currently at 17 applications, and some of those people have actually applied for more than one share. So we've reached our target. In fact, we're over our funding target to install the solar system that we need to. But there are still a couple of spots left. So the intention was always to try and involve as many community members as we can, and in this case it was limited to 20. I just want to go through a little bit about what is this? What is this core thing? And also tell you a bit about the journey that we've been on to get there. CORE stands for Community-Owned Renewable Energy. And for us, it's been really about energy democracy. So it's trying to take back control of our power. And right from the outset, when our team of volunteers got together, one of the key themes that came through was we want to show some real environmental leadership as a community here. We want to take action when our politicians are failing to. And I mean, the information we just saw about the National Energy Guarantee, I mean, it's not looking good. But this is a way that us as a community can really show that on a local level we can do this and we can really make a big impact ourselves. The project really is win-win-win in that it's a win for the environment, it's a win for the community investor earning a return on their investment, and it's also a win for the site, our host site that we're putting the solar system on. And I'll tell you about them soon. The journey's been, about 4 years since we sort of started, and it all started with a survey. And that's the survey results. We went out to our supporters, and 77% of people wanted to see a community-owned project. And we're like, what is this about? Okay, we better get moving, we better get something happening. And the first project was at South Geelong. And Mick, can you put your hand up, Mick? Because Mick was a huge driver of this and very much motivated us to get moving. South Geelong was a donation project, and we raised $13,000 all up and installed a 9 kilowatt system. Just a fantastic initiative, and it's providing sustainability funding each year back to the school so that the kids are benefiting from the money that the school is saving on their power bills. That money is getting put back into education projects. So we learned a lot from doing that project. Oh, there you go. Kids are loving it. And it's quite a visible project too. When you drive past the South Geelong Primary School next time, have a bit of a look. You'll see the solar systems there on the building, right from the street. Okay, we started a core team, and it's been a team of between probably 10 to 20 people, 30 at the first meeting. Just real great energy, and people have certainly come and gone and put in their contributions as they could, and that team has just developed and to the point now, not only launching this community investment initiative, but also spawning a whole heap of other project ideas. We have been, like I said, really inspired by the other community projects that have been happening all around Australia. And the mission for the Core Geelong team has been all about establishing self-supportive projects that can actually be financially sustaining in their own right, that don't rely on us receiving grant funding to make them happen, but to be able to turn it into a revolving type of project where the money from one project feeds back into the next one and then grows and grows and can snowball. And here's some of the projects that we've got currently on the books in the Core Geelong task group. Our investment project, we've done, the South Geelong, we're looking at other donation projects. We're doing commercial solar feasibility assessments. I already mentioned about the Geelong Community Solar Program, the bulk buy program. climate safe rooms. Do you want me to talk about that now, Vicky? Okay, well, I won't. Just you'll have to wait on that one. Very exciting. And we're looking at large-scale projects and what we might be able to do, microgrids similar to totally renewable Yakandanda. So lots of ideas, but obviously a lot of effort's been gone into Core Geelong 1. We were lucky enough to do a scoping study project, and this was a 6-month project. It got us to the stage of identifying a number of host sites where we could put the solar systems on, working out what our model and structure was, and it even got us a completed business case by the end, so we over-delivered on that project. But that was quite critical in us getting to the point of being able to launch an investment offering. Here we are announcing the first project, Core Geelong 1. We've been lucky enough to receive some funding from the New Energy Jobs Fund, which has supported the implementation of the project, so setting up the framework to make not only this project happen, but the next project and next project, so it's a very much a replicable thing. So there we are, very excited with the Max board and Christine Cousins as well, our Geelong MP. So this is how it works. Sorry, that one wasn't full of wine, that's good. So Core Geelong 1 is a community company, and it's a company that's owned by the investors and by the shareholders. And essentially, the investors are putting their money into the company, and that allows us to install a solar system on a host site. And our host site can be any commercial business that uses a lot of energy during the day and can really benefit from that solar production. Then the host site leases the use of the solar system from the community company, and that sets up a revenue stream for us so that we can, over time, pay back the community investors and also operate the company. We've also got Geelong Sustainability up the top there, doing project administration and project management role. And all those pieces of the puzzle have to fall in place to make the project work, which is why it's taken us such a long time to get the first one up and running. Our host site, we've been so lucky for this project, is the Multicultural Aged Care Services Geelong. They're out in North Geelong. They're called MAX for short. It's a fantastic aged care provider. They've been around since '94, and they've got about 100-bed facility, including 14 dementia beds, and then another 60-bed facility as well, as having some culturally and linguistically diverse independent living units that are available to people that wouldn't have access to permanent housing otherwise. So they're a great not-for-profit organisation. That's a bit of a snapshot on the aerial. When you drive past on North Geelong on Weedle Street there, it doesn't look very big from the outside, but when you actually see the site, it's quite large. And this is just a bit about what makes Max different and why we're so pleased to have them as our first community solar host site. You can see here there's a piazza with all sorts of boutique shops. There's a cobblestone walkway, there's a marble fountain, and they really have, I guess they really share our values as a sustainability group. They embrace sustainability in everything that they do. And the Cycling Without Age initiative, which you can see the trike there, is just a fantastic example of that. So not only are they doing a community solar project with us, but they've partnered with us to do the Cycling Without Age as well. The solar system is going to be installed by a local company, City to Surf Solar, and we ran a pretty comprehensive process to select them, and we're quite pleased that they had a really solid track record of similar sized systems. So all going well, the system installation is going to start now in May and will be completed by the middle of the year, and the solar system will be operational. It's 156 kilowatts over 500 solar panels. So it's quite a significant impact. It's across 2 of the buildings, Ballachara and residential care. We have had to size the systems to stay below 100 kilowatts. The 102 is just the peak output, but the system is below 100, and that means we can claim the renewable energy certificates up front, which gave us a lot of certainty on the price of the solar system, which was terrific. And now I want to put a challenge to the audience. We're really keen to be able to find our next project, Core Geelong 2. And we need host sites to do that. So we're looking for other businesses that have good roof spaces. You know, ideally we'd like a nice north-facing roof space and a business that uses a lot of power during the day. It could be anything from an RSL club, you know, that's running lunches throughout the day. It might be an office building. It could be another aged care facility. So I would definitely really like to ask for your help in finding another site for us. And if you do have any connections, please let me know, because we've certainly found already, just in all the host sites we've approached, or potential host sites, it pays so much, and the introduction when someone knows someone it is so much better. So if you've got any connections, I'd be really, really keen. I can see Ingrid's putting her hand up. Good, okay, good. Oh yes, okay, fantastic. So please come and chat to me afterwards if you've got any ideas. One thing which I haven't mentioned, which I think is really fantastic, is for the host site, they get the solar system for no upfront cost at all. So at max, the solar system's being installed, and all they're paying is a monthly leasing fee. And we've been able to structure the project in such a way where the money that they're going to save on their electricity bills actually far outweighs the leasing fees that they're having to pay. So they're financially better off right from the beginning. And they're also, at the end of the project, so for Max, at the end of 10 years, we gift the solar system to them. So then they're able to continue to benefit for another, at least 10 sort of years. We expect a solar system to last for around 20 years, maybe longer. So they can continue to receive the benefit of that solar system well into the future after the community investors have all been paid back and earned their returns. So I hope that gives a little bit of a snapshot of what we're doing. It's certainly been quite a big milestone for us as a group, and it's taken a fair bit of effort from a number of our volunteers. So if you can just maybe put your hands together for such a big effort.
And while you're clapping, just clap a little bit longer for Dan, because he's just amazing. Yeah. Yoo-hoo.